This morning, we are very, very proud to make a donation that honors JR the best way we know how, by building upon his passion for Canadian art and artists and passing it along for future generations to enjoy without any barriers by giving a $25 million endowment to the Glenbow. We can make this Calgary institution and all that it has to offer accessible to everyone without the restriction of having to pay to enter the building. This means that when Glenbow's transformation is complete in a couple of years and its doors reopen, all its visitors will enjoy free admission forever.
Well, the Glenbow Reimagined, I think, is going to put us very much on the radar screen of visitors from around the world who come here, many to go to the Rocky Mountains, but they're looking for some way of touching Alberta's culture, history, and art, and this is where they'll find it. We have affordable living, we have affordable real estate. What we need to show the rest of Canada and the rest of the world is we also have a world-class cultural life, and Glenbow Reimagined is a critical part of that.
When you think about the nature of this gift from the Shaw family and you consider that it's $35 million, $10 million of that is to help Canadian artists, there's fellowship programs, there's internships, $25 million of this endowment, though, is to make sure that there's free access forever to this place. That breaks down every barrier that people in poverty and newcomers to this city often face, and I'm incredibly grateful that this family has saw fit to do something so important, and it's important to recognize that this type of a contribution really emphasizes our commitment to great public transit networks, a great revitalized downtown, because all of these things go hand in hand.
JR would be so proud. He loved art, loved artists. He loved people learning about art, exploring, growing, and so this would be so special for him to know that everyone can come in free. And, you know, as kids, families, new people in the country, Canadians, anyone from the world. So it would be really important for him to know that this gift from the family and the foundation is something that he would be true to his heart.
And Canadians deserve, as much as citizens of every country in the world, to be able to walk through the doors of their greatest cultural institutions without wondering whether or not they can afford to get in, without wondering whether or not they have to choose between a masterpiece and a meal on the table. All of us deserve to have access to these resources. And we know, when we look at countries around the world that are doing this, we know that people that have access to culture become greater human beings. They become stronger people. They think through the eyes of others. They develop empathy, and ultimately it leads to a stronger community. This is the largest gift to Glenbow since it opened its doors, and it will fundamentally transform how we serve our community.